never faced anything like this.
Welcome back to Movie Moments. In this video, we'll share with you our picks for the top 10 upcoming movies of 2023, from long-awaited sequels to fresh new stories. And if you love movies as much as we do, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Number 10. Fast X. The 10th film in the Fast and Furious saga marks the beginning of the end for one of cinema's most beloved franchises. The film features the same core cast and characters from the beginning, led by Dom Toretto, Vin Diesel, who have overcome every obstacle thrown their way. They now face their greatest challenge yet, an enemy from the past seeking revenge and willing to do whatever it takes to destroy Dom and his family. In Fast 5, Dom and his team defeated Brazilian drug kingpin Hernan Reyes, not realizing that Reyes' son, Dante, played by Jason Momoa, witnessed everything and has spent the last 12 years plotting his revenge. Dante's plan will take Dom's family on a global journey, from Los Angeles to Rome's catacombs, from Brazil to London, and from Portugal to Antarctica. Along the way, they'll encounter new allies and old enemies. Fast X is scheduled to be released in the United States on May 19, 2023 by Universal Pictures. Number 9. Kandahar. Tom Harris, an undercover CIA agent, is stranded deep within hostile Afghanistan territory. He must fight his way to an extraction point in Kandahar with his Afghan translator after his identity and mission are revealed by an intelligence leak, avoiding the elite special forces unit assigned to track them down. Mitchell Laffertune penned the screenplay for this action thriller film, which was directed by Rick Roman Waugh. Gerard Butler plays the lead role in the movie, and the supporting cast includes Naveed Negahban, Bahadur Fawadi, Nina Toussaint White, Mark Arnold, Corey Johnson, and Travis Fimmel. Butler also serves as the movie's producer. Open Road Films is scheduled to release the movie in theaters on May 26, 2023. Number 8. Evil Dead Rise. This film takes the action from the woods to the city and tells the twisted story of two sisters who were estranged. Sutherland and Sullivan play the sisters, and their reunion is cut short by the appearance of flesh-eating demons. They are forced into a primal struggle for survival as they face the worst version of their family. Lee Cronin directed and wrote this supernatural horror film, and this is the 5th film in the Evil Dead series. Morgan Davies, Gabrielle Eccles, and Nell Fisher, in her film debut, show up in supporting jobs. The film is scheduled to release in April 21st in the US and was originally meant to release exclusively through HBO Max via direct-to-streaming, but it performed so strongly during test screenings that the studio decided to release it theatrically instead. Number 7. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Set in the 1990s, this new Transformers film will take audiences on an action-packed, globe-trotting adventure as the Maximals, Predacons, and Terracons join the battle between the Autobots and Decepticons on Earth. Noah, a sharp young guy from Brooklyn, and Elena, an ambitious, talented artifact researcher, are swept up in the conflict as Optimus Prime and the Autobots face a terrifying new nemesis bent on their destruction named Scourge. The film is directed by Stephen Caple Jr. from screenplay by Joby Harold, Darnell Metier. Michael Bay, who directed the first 5 live-action Transformers films and produced Bumblebee, once again serves as producer. The film is scheduled to be released in the United States on June 9, 2023, by Paramount Pictures. Number 6. The Equalizer 3. A vigilante action film directed by Antoine Fuqua. It is the sequel to the 2018 film The Equalizer 2, which was based on the TV series of the same name. The film stars Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning, David Denman, Sonia Amar, and Remo Girone. After retiring being a government assassin, Washington as Robert McCall has struggled to reconcile the horrific things he's done in the past and finds a strange solace in serving justice on behalf of the oppressed. Finding himself surprisingly at home in southern Italy, he discovers his new friends are under the control of local crime bosses. As events turn deadly, McCall knows what he has to do: become his friend's protector by taking on the mafia. The film is set to be released on September 1, 2023 by Sony Pictures. Number 5. Indiana Jones 5: The Dial of Destiny. The American adventurer and archaeologist Indiana Jones in 1969 lives against the backdrop of the space race. Jones is concerned about the fact that the United States government has hired ex-Nazis to help it defeat the Soviet Union in the space race. Helena Shaw, his goddaughter, goes with him on his journey. Meanwhile, Jürgen Voller, a NASA member and former Nazi who is involved in the moon landing program, wants to improve the world in any way he can. In order to prevent the misuse of an ancient and powerful artifact, Indy must once more don his hat and pick up his whip. Directed by James Mangold, who co-wrote it with Jez Butterworth, John Henry Butterworth, and David Cope. Produced by Walt Disney Pictures and Lucasfilm, and is scheduled to be released in the United States on June 30, 2023. Number 4. Super Mario Bros. Movie. A computer-animated adventure film based on Nintendo's Mario video game franchise. Produced by Universal Pictures, Illumination, and Nintendo, the movie follows two Italian-American brothers, Mario and Luigi, who start a plumbing business in Brooklyn. They are transported to different worlds after fixing a manhole, with Mario ending up in the Mushroom Kingdom ruled by Princess Peach and Luigi in the Dark Lands ruled by Bowser. Bowser plans to marry Peach and destroy the Mushroom Kingdom if she refuses. Mario teams up with Peach in the Kongs to stop Bowser and save Luigi. The film was directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic and written by Matthew Fogel and scheduled to release in the United States on April 5. Number 3. The Marvels. Danvers' actions in Captain Marvel have left her bearing the weight of an undermined universe. The Marvels can set up the idea of incursions and reality destruction on a much larger scale while featuring Zawe Ashton's The Marvels villain as a smaller-scale enemy for the team's debut. As a result, Danvers, Rambeau, and Khan begin swapping places with each other every time they use their powers and are forced to work together. This fits perfectly with the themes of the MCU's multiverse saga. The movie is intended to be the sequel to the film Captain Marvel 2019, a continuation of the television series Ms. Marvel 2022, and the 33rd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film is directed by Nia DaCosta from a screenplay she co-wrote with Megan McDonnell, Alyssa Karasik, and Zeb Wells. The Marvels is scheduled to be released in the United States on November 10, 2023. Number 2. Barbie. Barbie is an upcoming American fantasy comedy film directed by Greta Gerwig, who co-wrote it with Noah Baumbach. Based on the Barbie fashion dolls by Mattel. It's a story of a doll living in Barbieland who expelled from the world for not being perfect enough, too eccentric and not fitting the usual mold. She goes on an adventure in the real world, and by the time she returns to Barbieland to save it, she has gained the realization that perfection comes on the inside, not the outside, and that the key to happiness is belief in oneself. The film stars Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling as Barbie and Ken, respectively, alongside a large ensemble supporting cast. Barbie is scheduled to be released in the United States on July 21, 2023, by Warner Bros. Pictures. And our top movie on the list: Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The movie is the sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy 2014 and Volume 2 in 2017, and the 32nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film is written and directed by James Gunn. In the film, our beloved band of misfits are looking a bit different these days. Peter Quill, still reeling from the loss of Gamora, and must rally his team around him to defend the universe along with protecting one of their own. A mission that, if not completed successfully, could quite possibly lead to the end of the Guardians as we know them. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 premiered at Disneyland Paris on April 22, 2023, and is scheduled to be released in the United States on May 5, 2023, as part of Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We hope you enjoyed our countdown and found some new films to add to your watch list. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments which movie you're most looking forward to seeing this year.